All right, Sci-Fi Express Lane in the house, in the building, really, in the car. It's Jeff Carroll. I'm about to express myself on Black Panther, the sequel, Wakanda Forever, baby. It's about to go down. You know, as much as people loved Black Panther, the death of the passing of Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman kind of allowed people to show their colors, their true colors. You know, there's a bunch of parts of people responding to this trailer that was released a couple of days ago at Comic-Con, and I just think, you know, it's important to kind of think of all these different directions, all right? So one, you have the comic book fans. Comic book fans and people that read comics, they already know that Black Panther mantle has shifted. Shuri has done it. Black Panther, Shuri even died, I think, in one of the comic books. So they already know things happen. As a Black Panther fan, I don't always like what's in the comic books, especially Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. I just felt it was disrespectful to me as a fan. I'm taking it personal, right? To the fans, what he did, right? And then also disrespectful to African history, right? So I'm going to go in on some of the conspiracy theories and and the different fan reactions. So then you have the Hotep reaction. Hotep, you know, like me, because I'm a Hotep, you know, the pro-black people, the militants, Black Power, you know, they were a little upset with the lack of male energy in the film, right? And so most of that is conspiracy theorist, right? Because you don't really know if there's no male energy. I know we've seen M'Baku in the film, and that's good, but you know, there may be a lack of male energy, and that may be warranted. Then you have my man Stephen Barnes, who kind of, this ain't a Black Panther thing, this is a Marvel thing, where he and he's gaining steam, and I don't mind perpetuating it and promoting his theory, but he says that, you know, there is a muted, not muted, damn, what did he call it? Impotent, eunuch, right? He said there's a eunuch view of black men in the MCU, right? The Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not the TV shows, not the comic books, but he says Incredible Hulk has had a love interest, Doctor Strange had one, Captain America went back in time, kind of all of them, right? Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, right? All these dudes that got movies, they all had love interests. Black Panther avoided his love interest in all of the movies. He didn't really have one until he got his own movie, and even then he only got a kiss off the lovely, beautiful Lupita, who puts on the best lipstick on in the movies, right? And he only got a kiss. That was it, right? So he never got, you know, or he was never expressed his manhood to the fullest. So that is Stephen Barnes' take on it. And, you know, I think even when you listen to Boyce Watkins, who might be late to the party on that specific evaluation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but he went further and he just says it's a full emasculation. They're bringing in the potential love interest of homegirl Michaela, who we know from Chewing Gum, the British actress, and she has full lips too, right? And she's been put next to one of the Egyptians for her beautiful African features. Anyway, she plays an elite assassins group from the Dora Milaje, and it's rumored for that girl or that character to be gay. Now, I think that is a sensitive issue because we know through, you know, the various studies of our history that the Dora Milaje were based off of a real group, the Dahomey women, the Dahomey women warriors, right? In Africa. However, the difference between the Dahomey women was that they weren't gay, they weren't lesbians, they were fighting because their men have been taken, and they were like, yo, we got to stand up. So I think even when you see this movie starring Viola Davis, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Warrior or something. Anyway, she plays a Dahomey woman, and I don't think she's gay in there. I know, we got this thing where Africa is homophobic or whatever. They have very strong legislation against homosexuality, and people like to argue that homosexuality is everywhere and it's even in Africa, even though they got legislation against it. At the end of the day, be fair. If somebody is gay, if there is a group of gay people, then there's nothing wrong with putting that stamp on, representing their characters that way. But if the Dahomey women weren't gay, then making them gay is problematic, right? That ain't got nothing to do with hoteps, pro-black. It is what it is. Fall your agenda back. You know what I'm saying? There's advocates and people that advocate and vote to support the community, but yet these things are problematic, right? Problematic. So I'm for gay marriage, but I'm not for but I'm also for a cis women category in sports, right? That doesn't mean I'm homophobic, and so we got to stop that. But this, a potential thing that Boyce Watkins brought up is real. That that is more than just the small homophobic fear that I guess some of Hoteps are putting out there. He's very specific. Stephen Barnes is very specific. Now, what is my reaction to it, right? There's the other reaction. There's the regular black people. I'm a little Hotep, but I'll wait till it's seen. I'm proud that Chadwick was able to keep his illness a secret, and I'm also proud that they're able to move on with the franchise after his passing. I would have hated for Black Panther, the franchise, to die with him, because he was one of many black people that made that production possible, and it was really bigger than him anyway, or him as an actor, right? Him as a character as well. So I'm glad that Ryan Coogler put it together. Now, they did an awesome job of memorializing Chadwick and Black Panther in the film. I don't know what they're going to do with Black Panther. You already know. People, fall back. That Black Panther is a character that is a role that people fight to have. M'Baku almost won. If he hadn't gotten his supercharged up emotions involved, M'Baku might have been the Black Panther. So they can easily replace it. They don't have to recast Chadwick. You know what I'm saying? Because you can easily replace Black Panther. His sister has taken the reins of Black Panther in the comic book, so I don't see a problem with that. So I love the trailer. I love the energy. It almost brought out tears. The trailer to me was, better than some movies that came out. Just on that. However, I wouldn't want to stop at the trailer. I want to see the whole movie. I like Neymar, the Submariner. I remember Submariner from comic books, but I was more so into the heroes, and I didn't really get into the anti-heroes, the guys that were fighting for a cause, that were willing to kill for it, but weren't necessarily heroes. They weren't full villains, but they went for broke, and that's who Submariner was. I really got into Aquaman more, so my Aquaman energy overlapped what Submariner was, and then Submariner looked a little evil, So I didn't even like the way he was drawn. And this was in the 80s. Submariner. I had a Submariner comic book about 5 years ago, and I bought it in Spanish, and I gave it to one of my students, and he never gave it back to me. But I don't mind. I'm going back to the Dominican Republic, and I'm going to give him some more Spanish comic books. But I still haven't read much Submariner. So I'm open for this Aztec revision, retake, reboot of Submariner, because I wasn't fully married to Submariner in the beginning, you know. So I didn't really care. I liked how they did Aquaman, but it was funny because I called the movie Naked Man, because dude is naked through the whole movie, or he's topless, and that's what a lot of women watch the movie for. But anyway, I like what they did with Aquaman's world building. I wasn't so big on the story Aquaman, but I liked the fallen Atlantis thing, and I like that they took that lane, right? Now, because Atlantis is somewhere off the south of Europe, North Africa, so that's fine. That's a different part of the world. And Submariner is coming out South America, all right, somewhere off the east or the west coast of South America. And that's cool because that's a whole different energy. And even though it is probably purposeful in its diversity, it is still representing an underrepresented group, which is South Americans, and I'm ready to bring them into the MCU, you know what I'm saying? And this doesn't feel contrived at all, because this character has been left out of everything. Now, underwater fighting and how it's going to be, I have no idea. I thought it was okay in Aquaman, but it's just so problematic. We've seen underwater fighting in some Star Wars movies, comics, cartoons, and the underwater just seems so difficult. Golly, because water is a lot thicker than air, and so you can float and swim through it, and the punches, it's just different, you know. And then the animals, they're relegated to just the ocean. The only way I think I would really feel Atlantis was to be something powerful was to go full Hollow Earth, like they did in King Kong versus Godzilla. Just go to the full Hollow Earth. You know, if anything, maybe it's a portal to another dimension, which I think that's too much. But a Hollow Earth, kind of, with its own people down there, I don't have a problem with that. I think you could spin that. However, I'm interested to see how they're gonna spin this one. So I'm good with it. It looks exciting. I love the costumes. Of course, I love the music. You know, everybody comes off. That I'm trying to think of home Chadwick's mother. Sheesh. Oh my God, that's my generation. Oh my God. But anyway, she does a good job. God, play Tina Turner. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna lose my black card if I try any harder. But yeah, so that's that. What else I want to say about Black Panther? So I'm excited. I actually think it's going to do. It's going to please audiences. The hate that we get from this sad puppies and Comicsgate community. Hopefully, it should be neutralized. Damn, Black Panther was part of the MCU, and it was important to taking down Thanos. So what's the problem, guys? I remember I had a guy at my comic book store greeted me all the time. He never saw Black Panther. I don't even think he'd seen it to this date. How full of racism could you be to see and be a comic book nerd and still not see Black Panther? That's ridiculous. So anyway, I hope this movie doesn't suffer from that. I think people will still go back. This will be a Thanksgiving Day movie. I used to go with my family, my cousins. We wanted something to do, and we was able to get my mother to give us money to go to the movies on Thanksgiving. So I think this movie comes out around that time. So I think it'll be a really big Thanksgiving movie. Get your tickets early. Get ready. It's gonna be party, because when people party for Black Panther, that was the first time they had done something like that. So now they are ready for it. So there's going to be some, Black Panther is going to be on that level. I think it's going to be big, regardless of the backlash that people have. And I also think it's good for Black sci-fi, and also indigenous American sci-fi. You never know what they may have from the Aztecs in the movie. I mean, a lot of people like the apocalypto. So you never know. So anyway, let me get off this. I'm running over time. Thank you very much. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and also comment. I'm a communicator. So if you don't hit me on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, I miss a little something. So please like, subscribe, hit that like button. I need to get my likes up. I need to get my subscriptions up so I can go live one day. And comment. All right, peace, y'all.